A lot of companies right now are going through layoffs, but within the gaming industry, a lot of journos are losing their minds over the fact that they no longer can spew hatred on the web pages they were associated with. And now Geo Media is cutting Kotaku to the bone as more writers are laid off now. Funny enough, Alyssa Mercante had just announced that she is no longer working at Kotaku, but she said that she decided to leave after exactly 2 years. I've decided to leave Kotaku in my role as senior editor. I'm eternally grateful for Kotaku's editorial team and all that they taught me in my time during there. But she announced this on the same day that multiple other people were being laid off. So press X to doubt. This is an aftermath article, which is also by ex-Kotaku employees. I think that they were hoping to rival Kotaku, and that certainly didn't happen. But Geo Media, a network that owns websites but also knows nothing about running websites, has made further cuts as the already beleaguered Kotaku, with a number of writers announcing today that they had been laid off. Willa Rowe and Moses Traveris, two writers who also joined the site earlier this year, were abruptly laid off by management. Also announcing their departure from Kotaku, albeit on their own terms, was Alyssa Mercante. I personally do not believe that she just casually decided to leave. She claims that this was already planned, but she decided to announce it on the same day, which is very bizarre. Like, why would you do that? Are you trying to basically virtue signal? Are you trying to stand with your teammates saying, I support you and this is happening? But then you just look like more of a douche because it was already planned. If that's the case, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The logic is certainly not there. But I can't say I feel particularly bad, right? Because Kotaku is already a cesspool, and no matter how many people you get rid of, unless you get rid of all of them and you completely restart, Kotaku is not a name within the industry that is respected anymore. You still have people there who want to push their politics into video games. You still have people there that do not care about the industry in totality. So getting rid of a handful of people is not going to drastically change it. You might as well keep these people all in one spot so they cannot go and infect other companies within the industry. Like, that's at least my opinion. And Alyssa claims that, she decided to leave on her own terms, but she's also right now visiting Montreal, which is where Sweet Baby Inc. is, and she is at an Xbox Studios studio, Compulsion Games, which, yes, is partnered with SBI for their upcoming South of Midnight title. So I know there's a lot of speculation on maybe she'll become a narrative consultant. If that happened, that would be even worse than her writing at Kotaku, because that means she's directly affecting video games and their outcomes. But again, I can't feel particularly bad that the people at Kotaku are getting laid off, because they do not care about content creators. They do not care about gamers, and they think that we are all ists and phobes for simply criticizing decisions that are made within the industry. Like with Dragon Age of Veilguard, for example, they support top surgery scars being added. They support pronouns. They support modern day terminology like transgender and non-binary being pushed into these games, which I think is absurd and many other people do. So, they're allowed to have their opinions, but I'm also allowed to not sit here and cry for them and say, oh my God, I feel so bad that they were laid off. Like, boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream. So right now, Kotaku's imploding. Geo Media is clearly sick and tired of the way that they are being ran, because if they thought everything was going smoothly, and if Kotaku really was making them money, they would keep all of these people because they were proven to be a cohesive team. But that is clearly not the case. So I'll be keeping my eye on this to see if anyone else gets laid off at Kotaku or at a lot of news outlets within the industry like The Gamer, Polygon, etc. But it just looks like things are going very, very poorly for Kotaku. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.